Hello and welcome to The Jargon. Today we are going to take up a financial term which is not just popular among the financial services industry people, but also amongst regular people. In fact, it is so popular that newspaper headlines are now talking about it in relation to buying luxury cars. You got that right. The term I'm picking up is SIP. Yes, I'm sure you have heard of it. There are TV ads talking about SIP, so you couldn't have missed it. Despite being so popular and so heavily used, it is a highly misunderstood term. क्या आप SIP करने जा रहे हैं? इन्वेस्ट करना है तो SIP करिए. However, SIP is not an investment. SIP कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है, बल्कि इन्वेस्टमेंट का एक जरिया है. It is a feature that investments like mutual funds offer. It is not an investment in itself. Let me explain what that means. If you have heard of the term mutual funds, you know mutual funds are portfolios. Basically, they invest in securities like stocks, bonds. They even invest in gold, international stocks, and they can even invest in a combination of these stocks and bonds together, or stocks, bonds, and gold together, international stocks and domestic stocks together, and things like that. So that is a mutual fund. Now, a systematic investment plan or an SIP is a way to invest in a mutual fund, and I'm only saying mutual fund right now because mutual funds are the ones that actually started and popularized this way of investing called SIP. Now it's available in other assets as well. What you have to do in an SIP is that you can automate your investment and regularize your investment by choosing a fixed amount to invest at a predefined date every month, every week or every quarter. इसका ये मतलब है कि अगर आपको किसी म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करना है तो आपके पास दो चॉइसेस हैं. या तो आपके पास जो पैसा पड़ा है आप उसको सबको डाल दीजिए और इन्वेस्ट कर लीजिए, या एक सिस्टमैटिक इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान शुरू करिए जिससे कि थोड़ा थोड़ा आप हर महीने, हर हफ्ते या हर 3 महीने या जिस फ्रीक्वेंसी में भी आप चाहते हैं उस फ्रीक्वेंसी में आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. म्यूचुअल फंड्स कई तरह के होते हैं, जैसा कि मैंने बताया, स्टॉक्स, बॉन्ड्स, इंटरनेशनल फंड्स वगैरह वगैरह. कुछ म्यूचुअल फंड्स होते हैं जिसमें कि फंड मैनेजर हैं, वो ही पोर्टफोलियो बनाते हैं, सिलेक्ट करते हैं कि कौन से स्टॉक्स जाने हैं, कौन से बॉन्ड्स जाने हैं. उनको हम एक्टिव म्यूचुअल फंड्स कहते हैं. कुछ म्यूचुअल फंड्स होते हैं जो एक इंडेक्स में जो सिक्योरिटीज़ हैं, जैसे कि निफ्टी में या सेंसेक्स में, वही सब खरीद के उन्हीं में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. उनको हम पैसिव कहते हैं. चाहे एक्टिव हो या पैसिव हो, स्टॉक्स हो या बॉन्ड्स हो, गोल्ड हो, चाहे जो भी हो, SIP आप किसी भी तरह के म्यूचुअल फंड में कर सकते हैं. यू कैन ऑल्सो मेक एन SIP इन एनी brand of which or any asset manager which has mutual funds, whether it is an HDFC, an ICICI, Mirae, Edelweiss, Motilal Oswal. Any kind of mutual fund actually offers you the choice of an SIP. Obviously, the names I took are not recommendations. That is just an example of the various mutual fund or asset managers that are out there. So you can choose any mutual fund scheme and you can invest via an SIP. Now, how do you do that? Basically, you decide कि हर महीने आपको कितना इन्वेस्ट करना है किस म्यूचुअल फंड स्कीम में. You can also choose the date in which you want to invest, and you can choose the frequency, whether you are investing once every week, whether you are investing once every month, or whether you are investing once in 3 months or once a year. कुछ भी, once a year तो doesn't make it an SIP, but obviously जितनी फ्रीक्वेंसी ज़्यादा होगी उतना ही उसको आप रेगुलर एक इन्वेस्टमेंट कह सकते हैं. और ये भी ज़रूरी नहीं है कि अगर आपने एक म्यूचुअल फंड SIP चूज करी है कि आप 5th of the month शुरू करेंगे, then the other one you can start on the 10th of the month. Another one, third one, you can start on the 15th of the month. So there is no fixed date. It is all up to you, and also the amount you invest is up to you. The good thing is that you can invest as little as 500 rupees in an SIP. So you don't need a lot of money to start an SIP. Anybody can start an SIP. 500 रुपये महीने का तो आप इन्वेस्ट कर ही सकते हैं. तो इसको आप फटाफट से एक SIP सेटअप करिए, 500 रुपया डालिए और हर महीने जो है वो उसमें म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करिए. अब ऐसा क्यों करें? क्यों ना जो पैसा पड़ा है उसी को इन्वेस्ट कर ले, क्योंकि SIP में इन्वेस्ट करने के कई फायदे हैं. जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि ये इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है, ये इन्वेस्टमेंट का एक जरिया है, फीचर है. सो what does this feature do? Firstly, it automates your investment. So you don't have to worry about it. Once the bank mandate is given for the SIP, it automatically goes out of your bank every month. Another way to do it is to give post-dated checks. So it happens automatically either way. You don't have to sit every month and think, oh no, I forgot to make my investment this month, or oh no, I have spent the money that I wanted to invest this month. Once you automate your SIP, that temptation to spend goes away and it becomes a disciplined way of investing. There is no additional cost to investing in an SIP. It is the same cost as investing in the mutual fund via lump sum. So this feature comes completely free of cost. It helps you invest across market cycles. So no matter where the market is, what it is doing, it really does not matter to your SIP, which is going to go anyway every month, which is a great thing, especially in a market down cycle, because you know, when the market is correcting, our behavior is very sort of panicky and anxious and we want to stop our investments. But if the SIP is going, it's a good thing because it is getting to buy or invest in an asset at a lower price. It also helps you develop a habit of being regular with your investments, and also helps you set up long-term investments, because SIPs can be set up for many years at one time itself. So these are some of the advantages of an SIP, and you can also start and stop your SIP at any time. If you do feel that you can't afford to make SIPs in certain months, you can actually pause and restart. And while you can begin with as little as 500 rupees, there's no upper limit. If you want to increase your SIP, you can invest even 1 lakh a month through an SIP or more, whatever you need to invest. Now, as I said earlier, SIP is a feature which was popularized by mutual funds. However, it is not the mutual funds are not the only place where you can use this feature. Even in buying individual stocks, you can use the feature of an SIP and buy small amounts of that stock on a regular basis. So it has quite a lot of benefit for investors. लेकिन इतने benefits के बाद इसमें कोई drawback भी है. There are some risks, and these are more behavioral risks than risk of the feature itself. Firstly, sometimes what happens is that once we start an SIP, we kind of forget about it. तो आपने 10,000 रुपये 50,000 रुपये की SIP शुरू कर दी और आप बहुत खुश हैं और वो चल रहा है और हम भूल गए. So salary has increased, we've got other inheritance, lump sum, whatever, but we are not changing our SIP amount because we've kind of forgotten about it. So what that does is it actually undermines our ability to invest. We can actually invest larger amounts, but because the SIP is automated and it's just happening on its own, we are not revisiting it. So make sure that you revisit your SIP amounts and the schemes that you're investing in on a regular basis. Secondly, what happens is that every time we want to do a new SIP, investors end up picking a new fund also. But that's not required. You can, if you're happy with the funds where you have invested, then you can make your incremental SIP in the same fund. अगर आपको और पैसा इन्वेस्ट करना है SIP के जरिए, तो ये कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप नया स्कीम लें और नए स्कीम में SIP करें. जिसमें चल रहा है उसमें भी आप और पैसा डाल सकते हैं. हो सकता है अभी आपका 10,000 रुपये का SIP चल रहा है और आपको 10,000 रुपये और हर महीने डालने हैं, तो आप उसी में डाल दीजिए. SIP को बढ़ा दीजिए, 10 से 20 कर दीजिए. नया स्कीम ढूंढने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो ये सब चीजें थोड़ा ध्यान रखिए, and then you can utilize your SIP to the most optimum. Remember, SIP is a feature, it is not an investment in itself. अगली बार आपसे कोई कहे कि चलिए SIP करें, तो आप कहिएगा कि नहीं, म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं SIP के जरिए. So I hope this video has helped you to understand what an SIP is and what it is not, and I hope that will help you make your investments more efficient. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for the next D-Jargon episode in a month's time.